Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I was really debating on even talking about this because you've probably seen it on your social media, you've probably heard about it consistently. Um, so yeah, so you know what I'm gonna say, you know what I'm gonna talk about, the famous Will Smith slap. Okay, so the only reason why I decided to even talk about this issue is because everybody in Spain is like talking about it. And usually, believe it or not, I know us Americans, we tend to think that something happens in the US, like the whole world knows. That's not always the case. Generally, people don't really care about things that happen in the US, except for racism or something that's like so impactful that it reaches one European country and then they all talk about it. Um, and also the slap. Now, I have to be honest, I don't watch the Oscars. I don't really care about the Oscars. I didn't even know the Oscars was on until one day I woke up, I looked at my social media, all of my Spanish friends were like posting like articles and different things like that about what happened. And I was like, what happened? And so then I went to YouTube and I saw the video. So whenever something happens in the US and you live in another country, people are going to look at you and ask you questions because they don't understand, right? And this is exactly what happened. And I'm like telling people I don't understand either. I'll just give my opinion on this. Feel free to agree or disagree. I watched the video, and in my opinion, I think Will was wrong to slap Chris. I think that it's more mature to use your words. I think that the only time violence should be used is if you are trying to defend yourself or your family or something like that. If you're actually being attacked, then defend yourself. You have every right. But if someone makes a joke, and your reaction is to slap the person, I feel like that is immature and not, you don't control your emotions very well. You don't have good emotional regulation. If you can't control yourself, if you have those type of impulses. I was very surprised because, like most people in my generation, I grew up with Will Smith, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, like everything, right? So yeah, I was shocked. And some people were saying like, well, he has a lot going on, in his life. I mean, we all do. We all have problems. We all have stress, but violence shouldn't be the solution. Now, the joke wasn't even funny. For the record, I think G.I. Jane is hot, just have to say. But, I understand she has alopecia and, but still, it's like if it was a big problem, Will should have just talked to him after the Grammys or during a break or something and was just like, hey, I didn't like the joke you said. I felt that it was disrespectful, something. It's like before my hair transplant, if you saw my older videos, I was bald, right? People made fun of me. Not a lot of people, but like, for example, my sister, my sister always had bald jokes for me. Actually, I thought some of them were actually funny. I never thought about, slapping my sister because she made a bald joke. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't know. There are some things that I think doesn't warrant violence, and I think that Will went a little too far. I was also reading about the punishments, that they're thinking about giving him. I do know that he did apologize. I know he apologized to Chris, like on Twitter or something like that. I think that they shouldn't take away his Grammy, but some sort of punishment should happen. I also read this morning that they decided to now that he decided to quit the Grammy, quit the Oscars or whatever, um, but I don't know. I think there should be some sort of consequences, because what kind of example does this set for us, for regular people? It's like if somebody says something that you don't like, is it okay to slap them? You know what I mean? So something should happen. And I hope that, Will reflects on this and, just reflect, just change, just, know that this isn't right. Now, Chris, I think that he handled the situation very well, very professionally. He just kept going with the Oscars. He didn't fight back, thank God, because if he fought back, I can only imagine like people, the outrage, and then people would be like, oh, black people are violent, blah, 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 the stereotypes and things like that. So I'm glad that he did a good job of controlling himself and going on with the show, because to fight back would have made it worse. So, and he decided not to press charges. He took the high road, basically. So I have to give him props for that. But here in Spain, that's generally everything that everyone's talking about, like with memes and, yesterday I was talking to my friend and that popped into the conversation, and some people are like, oh my God, Americans are crazy. I can't disagree with that, because yeah, sometimes we can be a little crazy, but if you are a foreigner, if you're American and you travel to another country, be prepared, because whenever something happens, like when Trump was president and something crazy happened, everybody would ask me questions like I'm supposed to have the answers. So I think that's just something that you'll have to deal with as a foreigner, because they have no connection to the United States, and so they see you as the only connection. And especially if the American is from your ethnic background, then they really, really want to know, like, okay, like, is this normal in your culture? Like, what's going on? Because they're generally curious. And we do the same too with other cultures. So just like we see something on TV and we think like, okay, well, this is the way like this group of people act or something like that, which we shouldn't do. We shouldn't generalize, but we do it. It's human nature. The best thing that we can do is try not to generalize, because we know that we are individuals and not everyone is the same. So that's all I have to say about this topic. That's my opinion. That's how I feel. Please feel free to leave a comment expressing your opinion, or if you agree or disagree or anything like that. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I will see you in my next video. Hasta luego. Ciao.